What up everybody, it's your boy Nautical back at it with another video. So we have a new article and a new developer talking about resolution and the Xbox One X. And we're going full circle back to Assassin's Creed Origins, and they basically came out in an article where they actually were interviewed by We Write Things, and one of the developers, Juliana Leferi, came out and actually talked about how the Xbox One X was faring when it came to resolution on their system. Now they didn't talk about frame rate or anything, but they basically just gave us what we should expect on the Xbox One X at launch. And I'm going to read the article right here, just the first two parts of it. We already know that Assassin's Creed Origins runs at 4K on Microsoft's upcoming Xbox One X console, but as it turns out, the mechanics behind that are highly fascinating. Assassin's Creed Origins is rendered in dynamic resolution. It just so happens that the Xbox One is so powerful it can render the game consistently in 4K anyways without ever having to downscale. We always like to have new toys to play with. Our friends at Microsoft were kind enough to build the Xbox One X. It's a really cool machine. What it enabled us to do is build a dynamic resolution system that allows the Xbox One X to render the game in full 4K. The world we crafted in 4K is amazing. That's just one of the things we can now do with the Xbox One X. Now this is another developer that has come out and talked about how powerful the Xbox One X is. Now we shouldn't expect this game to run at 60 frames per second because they already came out and said that most open world games, which Assassin's Creed is, will not be able to play 4K 60 frames. But this just brings up another point that if you actually take advantage of what the system is capable of doing, you more than likely can get these type of results. And I'm not gonna basically just take this at full face value because it's the same thing that happened with Killing Floor 2, where they actually came out and actually later in another article talked about how they had to downgrade what they were saying that they were shooting for and put it at 1800p. But they actually in this article say the word full 4K. Now that's another buzzword where they basically talk about actual native 4K. They're not just saying 4K. They actually said full 4K, which is basically another way of saying native 4K. Now if Ubisoft comes out at a later date and downgrades this game and says, oh, we couldn't get it running on the Xbox One X at a consistent frame rate and we had to downgrade it to 1800p, then that's going to be more of a problem that Ubisoft is going to have. Because my number one point in that last video with Killing Floor was don't put out any type of information about a system and the specs that you're going to use for that system if you cannot deliver on that. You're basically not doing yourself any type of service, and you're doing the system that you're bringing on a disservice because you're getting people hyped up for the anticipation of like 4K 30 frames per second in Assassin's Creed game, which is open world, and that would look amazing. And just like Ubisoft did with so many of their other games, you're almost gonna have to take this information with a grain of salt because Ubisoft is the king of downgrading. We had Watch Dogs get downgraded after that amazing E3 reveal that they showed off with the gameplay with the firefight in the street. Then you had the Division downgrade where they showed it off and it looked super amazing, and then we ended up getting a not so much polished version of the game when it came to the visual and graphic fidelity of the game. So this is just something that Ubisoft has done. They have done a lot better as of recent, not trying to do anything like this, but you still have that thought in the back of your head when they come out and say we have this game running at 4K and it doesn't have to downgrade or downsample to any other resolution because the system's more powerful in doing it. So I just put caution out there for everybody. Don't believe it until you actually see it for yourself. And if this ends up being the case where this game does get downgraded, let's go after the people that deserve to be going after, like Ubisoft. Let's not just talk about how the system can't do it. And Microsoft has said so many times that it's up to the developer on how they want to capture everybody's imagination on the Xbox One with either graphical fidelity, frame rate, or all of the above. Let's just hope that since they're going after the resolution side of it, that they can actually keep that frame rate stable, because it would be nothing but bad press if they don't. So guys, what do you think? Do you think Assassin's Creed is going to actually run at 4K native without any frame drops in the game? Let's talk about that in the comment section. Also, how would you feel if this game did get downgraded after hearing this news about it running at full 4K, which is basically native 4K on your TV with your Xbox One X? Let's talk about that in the comment section too. Thanks for watching this video. Make sure you like the video if you like the content. Sub to the channel if you haven't. Turn on email notifications. It's going to let you know the next time my content goes live. Hit that share button and let all your friends know about this video. And I appreciate you guys, and I will see you in the next video, and have a good week. Peace.